I'm not even exaggerating with the title. I want you guys to imagine like the dumbest video that you've ever seen on the internet, and then take a wager on me that this is going to be worse. So just relax, sit down, enjoy, and prepare yourself to be baffled.
I'm a 61-year-old, 6'2" trans woman. That's real trans, not one of these fake ones. I cannot go into London. I mean, I'm on the border of Essex. I'm in Surrey. I cannot go into London now. Certain boroughs, for me and my trans friends, is a no-go zone. I would not last 10 minutes in Tower Hamlets.
So, hang on, let me just help me understand. You're saying that as someone who was born male but has had what they used to call a sex change, you would be in danger if you went into some areas with minorities in?
Yes, without a doubt.
I
went to, because I do stand out a bit. I'm 6'2". I've got long red hair. My voice isn't exactly very feminine. Some people will see I'm still got male traits. Okay. I don't want to put myself in danger.
But isn't the threat? I'm not. Listen, you may well be right, but isn't the threat just as bad if you go to a, let's say, white working class area?
No, not at all. No.
Really? Henry doesn't think so?
No. Kimberly, your experience is your experience. I mean, there are parts of this country that certainly when I was younger, I would never go anywhere near because there was serious hostility, real hostility. I went into a pub, who knows what would happen. But the idea that you're going to be at greater risk in Tower Hamlets because there's lots of Muslims there than you might be, let's say you go into a bar in Bury St Edmunds full of, guys who may not necessarily be used to seeing someone like you. Are you really saying you'd be at less of a risk there than you would be in Tower Hamlets? On what basis?
Well, I've been stabbed twice in London. That's the basis. There you go.
It's a big city. So, sadly, that happens sometimes.
I bet you didn't see that one coming, right? Checkmate, transgender person. Yeah, London? What? It's a big city. You know what? All human beings should stay away from big cities. You can get stabbed sometimes twice. I mean, it's the size of the city, right? Like, that's how it works. Like, if you put a lot of humans together, at some point, you get stabbings. Like, there aren't cities like in Switzerland where people just don't get stabbed, or like in Japan. No. Actually, yeah, like, if you have, like, one person, it's fine. 10 people, it's fine. 100 people, 1,000, 10,000. At a certain point, you just get stabbings. Like, it's just like human nature. Holy shit. I just don't even know what to say. Like, I've never seen something so stupid. I've never seen such a malicious argument. Because it's malicious, and I'll explain why it's malicious. But it's just, like, said with a straight face to a person that has been stabbed. Like, he's not saying, like, I don't believe you. He's not saying, like, you're lying. He's saying, no, I believe you, but, like, you gotta cope. You gotta deal with it. Now, let me explain what's happening here. First of all, imagine if the trans person would have said they have no problem in Muslim neighborhoods, but if they go into a bar with working class lads, they get stabbed. Do you think, like, this person would say, well, it's a big city? Absolutely not. He would say, like, okay, so we need the government to have, like, 15 commissions. We need the Ofcom to go on the internet and ban a couple more people. We need more debankings to happen. We need to have Keir Starmer use the entire might of the British government to crack down on white supremacy. Right? Like, everyone knows that this is what would happen. So, like, why is it happening here? Why can't they have equality? Why can't they have, like, every single person under the law? What is it that, like, one group of people has more human rights than everyone else, especially when it comes to, like, the sacred trans people? Because I felt like for the last decade or so, like, they were almost, like, sacred, like, if you didn't use the pronouns or something, like, you'd get banned. And everyone had to show the pronouns and shit. It's almost like putting crosses in the bio. You have to put the pronouns in the bio. So, like, that's one thing. Like, everyone knows that it's a two-tier society now, right? Like, if this was done by white people, right, like by the working class lads that they were talking about, there would have been a different response. The second thing that's interesting is, like, why does it happen? Like, do you need to be Einstein to understand why it happens? Like, if you have people that genuinely believe that touching pork is bad, and we know, like, scientifically, we know that there's nothing wrong with pork. There's nothing wrong with alcohol, right? Like, there is absolutely no issue with these products. And so, like, why do you have a group of people that don't touch these products? Well, the answer is because of religious reasons, right? Like mysticism and superstition. if you have like people that genuinely believe that the world is governed by a deity, not like, like the liberal Christians believe, or like some atheists understand. No. Like they believe beyond the shadow of a doubt. All right, like they unironically think that there is a deity, an all-powerful being, which demands certain things of people, right? And so, like for them, the actual law, the human-made law, the law of the land, isn't as important as the Quran and the Hadith. And so, like, is it weird that they don't care about tolerance and acceptance towards trans people, and they think that it's haram because that's what their hadith says, right? And they're going to act on that? Like, is it a shock? No, like, it's expected, right? Like, obviously it's expected. If you were to go in medieval Europe, when Christianity was at the same level of mysticism and superstition, would you be surprised that the people there would act the same, right? Like, you cannot just, like, secularize your way into it. Like, there is a culture there. The culture doesn't just go away because someone moved past the border. So, like, obviously, you understand. But, like, here's the thing, and this is what I want to say. I actually understand the Muslim. I do. Like, I don't agree with him, right? I don't have his viewpoint. But from a logical framework, I understand why he behaves that way. Because maybe if I believe that the world was created by a supernatural being that then has like a set of rules and regulations that I need to follow or I burn in hell for eternity, if I unironically believe that, then yes, I would have probably thought that religion is far more important than anything humans make. Because like at the end of the day, if I break a law on earth, I go to prison. If I upset the deity, after I die, I burn in hell. And so, like, the rules that come from the divinity would be so important that no human government would be able to persuade me otherwise, okay? So, like, I understand why the Muslims are doing it, even if I don't agree with them, because I don't think that mysticism is real, right? And so, I can see, like, if I was to believe it, I would probably do what they do, but I don't believe it, and so I don't. But I don't understand why these people do what they do. Because here's the thing, right? They actually understand what's happening. They probably believe that, yes, like a trans person going into these areas has gotten stabbed. They're not saying it hasn't happened, right? But now they're trying to find any justification, any reason to pretend that reality isn't what it's what it actually is, or to try to manipulate, or to try to like, and it's like, why can't they say, oh well, that's horrible, like we should ask the government to do something about it, right? Like this person isn't saying that Muslims should be deported. He's not like saying like what the right wingers are saying. He is saying that his life is in danger, and so like they could say, okay, so like there are a couple of neighborhoods that are dangerous and no go zones. Like we should actually crack down on it. Like we should see who are the community leaders there. We should debank them. You don't have to like send forces on the ground like it's in the United Kingdom. It's one of the most totalitarian states in Europe right now. Okay, it's got like a lot of authoritarianism going on. You can seize their assets. You can find like who is promoting the hatred towards trans people. You can infiltrate their communities. You can nudge them the way that the British government likes to nudge people, right? Like you can do exactly what they did during the pandemic. If they wanted to, the problem would go away. But the reality is that, well, trans people, they're useful for the grift. Like you can make a lot of money with them through NHS, through Big Pharma, through all that. So they're important, they're more important than the white working class lads that I talked about here. But they're not important as the Muslims, because the Muslims are numerous. They give the vote. And on top of that, the Muslims, well, they actually do go on the streets. They actually do cause problems. And so the British government has the battered wife syndrome. I don't understand why this man, though, is so disingenuous, right? Like, why is he pretending that he doesn't understand the issue when he understands the issue very well? And this is why, like, the woke ideology puts your brain on rot. It makes you a disingenuous person. It makes you not willing to engage with the reality because, like, hey, like, he could actually say it. He could actually say it. Well, it is what it is. Like, Muslims should have more rights. Like, their community matters more than you. if they would say that, at least they would be honest, right? Like in Britain, we have decided that, well, this community matters more than you. It's a lot easier to pacify you by making you not go into the no-go zones than to actually send police officers and crack down on an entire community and create all of the social problems that come with it. It's too expensive. We just don't have the manpower. And at the end of the day, we just don't care. You know, like, that would be like a very realistic, and like I would have more respect for the woke ideologues if they actually just came out and said this way. But they don't. You know, they want to pretend that, no, actually, we're compassionate, we're moral, we're about equality. Let me know what you guys think, though, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.